Hi everyone, this is Joseph at Lightspeed. So this is one of my favorite reports to build, customers by single brand. And this is not the same thing as top customers by brand. To identify top customers, we can just filter a sales report to a particular brand and then sort by who has spent the most. But this is not taking into account maybe customers that purchase from one brand only. And so there is a simple way that we can do this, and I'm going to show you how. These are the steps to building a customer by single brand report. First, we'll begin with a simple sales report. Second, we'll add the dimension of the customer. Third, we're going to add a custom measure, the count of brands. Fourth, we'll add a custom measure, the list of brands. And then fifth, we'll do a double sorting. So step one, we'll begin with a simple sales report. So I'm going to start a new report from scratch. So this brings up an empty sales report that we can start to work with. Our second step will be to add the dimension of customer. So to do this, let's open the customer dimensions and we'll add the dimension of full name. Let's run the report. Now at the top of the report, we see this empty line. These are all the sales that took place without a defined customer. We can correct this by clicking where it says filter next to customer full name and putting in a customer full name filter for is not null. Let's run that one more time. Now we only have customers whose details we can action. Our third step will be to add a custom measure, the count of brands. We'll find the brands under the item, dimensions, and measures. And if I click on the gear icon next to where it says brands, we get a count. I'm going to click on this and we'll run. So this will give us a count of how many brands each customer has purchased. Some of the customers have purchased 0 brands. This means these are items that never had a brand associated with them. We could also remove these from the report by going over to where it says brand, and then clicking on filter. Similarly, we'll say the item brand is also not null. Let's run one more time. This way, our count of brands should always be greater than 0. So far, so good. Our next step will then be to add the custom measure list of brands. So we add the custom measure list of brands the same way that we added the custom measure count of brands, by going over to the gear icon next to brand, and we'll click on where it says list. Let's run. So now for each customer, we see how many brands they purchased and what those specific brands are. Now step 5, we're going to do a double sorting. To do the double sorting, we'll first start by sorting on the count of brand. I'm going to click twice so that it gathers them lowest to highest. At the top of our list, we'll see all the customers who purchased only one brand. To do the second layer of sorting, on my keyboard, I'm going to click Option and Shift, and then click on List of Brand, again twice. While keeping the original sorting within the count of brand, we now get the alphabetical sorting of the actual brands themselves. And if we scroll down the list, we can see specifically which customers are interested in which brands alone. As always, there are more ways that we could personalize this report to bring it closer to the actions that we want to take. First, we could actually hide unneeded raw data. If we're only interested in the customers that purchased one brand alone, we could use calculations to nullify results if more than one brand was purchased. Secondly, we could run the same report, but extract the category of the sale or the employee that worked with the customer, that kind of thing. Third, we can choose actions. Now that we know which customers are interested in one brand alone, we can use that to help us with how we approach those customers with marketing. So thank you very much for watching this video. You can find more resources here in our Video Help Center and in the Analytics section on Community.